Good morning, year one. Hope you are all doing okay, safe and healthy at home, and of course, studying while playing also. You have to study and play. So, let's continue what we have started the last lesson. It's Unit 6 and it's sound. Okay, let's start. Hope you studied what we took before and you wrote all your questions on a piece of paper so we can discuss on Thursday. Okay, what can you hear? Did you ever try to go around your house and hear every single thing around you? Did you ever concentrate about every single sound you hear, or just hearing sounds and that's it? There are many different sources of sounds around us. If you listen carefully, you will be surprised at what you hear. Seriously, try listening to every single sound. It's going to be different and it's going to be unique than the other previous sound. Okay, here is a funny activity. It's an activity about a headband. Look at the headband on your right. It's bunny ears. Of course, all of you know the bunny ears are really tall, long bunny ears, and they hear very well. Make your own and wear them at home. Make them as you can see in the picture. Big ears will remind you to listen to sounds carefully. It will remind you this is your ears and you're going to concentrate about every single sound you're going to hear. Then write down how many different sounds you can hear and what are their sources. Are they coming from the cars? Are they coming from the refrigerator? Are they coming from people? Write the sources and write how many sounds can you hear with your bunny ears. Okay? Big ears, you're going to see some animals that I chose for you. They have big ears and they hear really careful. Okay. Mystery sounds. Do you know that different materials make different sounds? Did you ever try something like that? Such as metal, plastic, wood, and fabric. Here are their pictures in activity C. Try to get different boxes with different materials. Any boxes you can find at home. You can find metal one. You can find plastic ones. You can have wood ones also and fabric. You can try and put coins. For example, you're going to put 5 coins here, 5 coins here, here, and here. And then cover them and try to hear the sound they're going to make. Shake them and try to hear it. Is it the same from metal to plastic and from wood to metal and fabric to plastic? Is it loud? For like every one of them, is it loud? I think the fabric, it's not going to be as loud as metal. Metal is going to be the loudest. Okay, then try it at home and check it and see what's going to happen. And by the way, you don't have to put coins. You can put any other thing, for example, buttons, any kind of material you have. Try yours, bring different containers, add any objects you want inside, listen to the different sounds it's going to make. You're going to be amazed about how every material is going to do a different sound. You can even do music with it, if you like music. Here are 3 pictures of animals that have big, long ears. Check their ears. They're big. Why do you think they're big? Because they can hear carefully. They can hear every single sound, even if it's a really low one. They can hear it. First picture, you have the desert fox. They can hear so they can hunt. So they have big ears. You have the hare. It's a kind of a rabbit, but have a bigger ear. And you have Ai. This is not here in Egypt. I don't think any of these animals are here in Egypt, but you can search online if you need more information about them. But all of them, they have big ears so they can hear very carefully. So they can have their source of food or to be protected from enemies. So your headband, your big bunny ears will let you hear very carefully. Okay, there is something called earmuffs. Maybe your parents in their work have them if they work in these areas. Engineers, maybe. Some sounds are so loud that they can hurt your ears. Sometimes, for example, did you ever hear the ambulance in the streets? Sometimes when you're very close to an ambulance, you just block your ears from the sound because your ears hurt. It's very loud. The first picture, these men, they must wear ear muffs. Can you see the man wearing ear muffs? To stop the noise of the machine they're using from hurting their ears. Sometimes they cut wood with the machines. Sometimes they cut metal with the machines. So they cover their ears so their ears won't get hurt from the machines. You have also the second picture. If you traveled before and you look out of the window from the airplane, you're going to see this man. This man must wear earmuffs because the planes have really loud sound, especially when they take off. The sound of the plane is too loud. It will hurt his ears, so he must wear earmuffs. This is a must, so he doesn't get hurt. Okay, try to do this, but of course with your parents' supervision. Try to put on earmuffs. If it's not available, wear headphones. All of you, or maybe your siblings, or maybe your parents, have headphones. The big ones, or even the small ones. Or if you don't have that, it's not available, put cotton to block sound from your ears. And see the difference if you have a loud sound next to you or the streets are crowded. Try to put cotton inside and you're not going to hear anything. Compare sounds with and without blocking your ears. You're going to see a lot of difference. So try doing that either with earmuffs or cotton or normal headphones or earphones. Try doing that and you're going to see a lot of difference. You're not going to hear anything mostly. And something I need to tell you, most of you put headphones and sometimes they put music. You make the TV loud. You put loud music. This is going to hurt your ears, guys. Don't do that. Okay, some people need help to hear. Looking after our ears. You must take care of your ears. That's what I was telling you now. Don't hurt your ears by listening to loud sounds. If you hurt the inside of your ears, you could go deaf. Deaf means you could not hear at all. Some damage happens to your ear. Keep your ears clean. This is another thing. Never put anything unsafe in your ears. This is very important. Don't ever put anything unsafe in your ear. Okay? And always keep it clean. Do not listen to very loud sounds, as I told you before. Never make loud sounds. Sometimes You like to joke with your brother or your friend or your sister or anyone, and you just say a very loud voice in his or her ears, like toot. This is very bad, guys. Don't do this. You can hurt their ears. Or you cannot do it to an animal. The animals also, you can hurt their ears without sounds. So don't do that. Some people cannot hear very well. They need a hearing aid. See this boy? He has something around his ears and inside. This little thing, this is called a hearing aid. This helps him to hear. This helps the boy to make the sounds clear for him. And it is sometimes this big. It's not that big, but sometimes it's this shape and sometimes it's a little bit smaller. Look carefully as shown. Many deaf people use hand signs to talk to one another. See, I got you like 4 pictures of a lady who is using something called sign language. Sign language is made for people who are deaf. They cannot hear. They see the signs and each sign represents a word. For example, like I put for you in the first picture, the lady is doing a sign language for hello. So if you did that without saying hello for a person who does not hear well, a person who's deaf, this means hello. Try doing it while I'm explaining. So this is a sign language. This is hello. The second picture, this sign means good. For example, you're going to ask with the sign language, how are you? She's going to answer good with this sign language. And the third picture is goodbye. This is another sign language. And the last picture, this is night. And by the way, these are not the only 4. You have lots and lots of sign languages. If you need to learn more, look it up on the internet. You're going to find a lot of sign languages. So some people need help to hear because they are deaf. They have hearing aid. They wear hearing aid to hear well. Some people do not hear at all, and they use sign language. They use it and you use it back. Okay? So please take care of your ears, clean it properly, and do not put anything inside. That is not safe. Okay. Helping us to hear. There are some things that help us to hear clearer, and usually doctors use them. Sometimes we need help to hear some sounds. If you ever went to a doctor or your mom and dad are doctors, ask them about this. Doctors use a stethoscope. Stethoscope helps them to hear your heartbeat. Sometimes when you play a doctor game, this is the first aid that you have to help you hear the other person's heartbeat. So it's called a stethoscope. The drawing here on your right, it's called a stethoscope, and this helps you or helps the doctor to hear your heartbeat. So this is the final of our unit 6. So please take care of your ears and try to do lots of different sounds, as I told you, with different materials. And I hope you did your soundboard like last time, like the girl Salma. And if possible, I would love to see your activities on videos, because these are sounds, so I need to hear what you have done. So I hope you understood everything, and please, as always, write your questions to discuss on Thursday. Thank you so much and goodbye.